Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. In last week's video I finished these side walls and got the cutouts done and the 1 foot extension on the galley, and I'm going to be installing those to the base floor today. But before I do that, my friend Daniel called and said he had some free time to come do some welding for me on the trailer, so I wanted to take advantage of him having some free time. So he came over actually I think it was Monday, Memorial Day, and did some welding. And here, if you look, he's I had wanted to move back the leaf spring mounts 12 inches because most of the weight is going to be back there on the galley, and especially with that 1 foot extension that I'm going to have hanging off. So I wanted to move the leaf spring mounts back 1 foot. So what you were seeing there is I'd made just cut a block of wood and took them loose because they were bolted on, and then spaced them back 12 inches, and then Dana's over here welding them up for me. Dana's not only welding the trailer for me, he took my Dexter axle home with him the other day, and I had ordered some new purchase for it because the Dexter axle that I'd bought didn't fit. The purchase didn't have the right center to center, and plus they were made where they were going to set on top of the leaf spring, and the whole purpose of getting a new axle and bigger tires was to get a little more height on the trailer. So that kind of canceled that out. So I got some new purchase, and Dana took that axle home and welded them on the other side, actually on top of the axle now, so that now that axle can be mounted under the leaf springs, and I won't lose that height that I wanted. It also, he adjusted the spacing so that it fit, because for some reason it was about 3/4 of an inch off, so he got that right. And when he finishes here, we don't show it in this video, but we tested to make sure that the new axle fit, and it fit. The center to center on the purchase fit fine, but the old purchase, which I told Dana just to leave them on because I thought they'd be okay, but they were just different enough that they kind of got in the way, so I ended up cutting those off later. But yeah, here you can see me welding the leaf spring mounts on the other side now. And so anyway, everything's all fixed with the trailer. He not only moved the leaf spring mounts, but you can see him here. He's hitting some other spots and did some good stitch welding on all of the trailer to really stiffen it up, especially right there in the middle where those two beams meet. He laid down a good bead or a couple of beads right down the center there, and on the hitch and everything. So really stiffen this thing up, and it's like a whole different trailer now. So I want to give a big shout out to Dana for coming over and helping me out with that. It's much appreciated, buddy. Okay, so here I am getting ready to attach the side walls to the base floor here, and I knew I had to come up with something to make myself a helper, so I made these little L-shaped brackets, I guess you'd call them, with 2x4s, and fastened those down with a clamp and put them out on the edge so that when I prop the side wall up against the thing, it would, I could take another clamp and would hold it up while I'm trying to screw it in, because when you're doing all this stuff by yourself, and some of this stuff is kind of heavy, you just have to kind of figure out ways to make yourself some tools that will help you hold things in place. So here you can see I've just taken a little squeeze clamp there, and it doesn't take much, just something, it's like having another set of hands. So I've got this one fastened on there, and now I've got to get the drill and drill some pilot holes and put some screws in it and hold it in there. You may have seen me take a little floor jack and stick in the center of this thing. I wanted to make sure that the center wasn't sagging, And I have a little trouble, not so much with this side, but the other side. I screwed it in and had to take it back out and jack some stuff around and put some shims in, because my garage floor is just terrible shape. It drops probably over 4 inches from the front edge of where the driveway is back towards the center of the garage. It's had some water damage from many years ago, and it washed it out, and it kind of sunk and cracked. So I have a lot of trouble. You can't you can't check anything for level on this floor. You just have to kind of take a long straight edge and see if it looks like it's flat, and then do that. So I'm putting all these screws on this side, and I get it done, and then the other side is pretty much a rinse and repeat, other than the trouble I had. If you watch close, you'll see that I put it on there, put a few screws in, and I stop and take them back out, and had to make some adjustments, but finally got it done and was ready to move on. Okay, with the side walls attached now, I started to do some inside framing here, get ready to put some insulation in. And I also, I don't know, I guess you can see in this picture that I cut the spars and notched those and test fit those, but I took them back out. I don't want to glue those in just yet until I get the inside walls done. And I don't want to do the inside walls until I get my wiring thought out. I've got a spool of wiring coming tomorrow, so I'll be working on that. And today I put in some insulation, and you can see I've got the bulkhead or the galley partition, whatever you want to call it, and it's just kind of leaned in there, propped up against the framing there. I'm not going to attach that either. I'm still kind of undecided on whether I'm going to put a pass-through in there somewhere or not. So if you got any opinion on that, leave me a comment down below if you think I should put the pass-through in there in the galley partition. And I've got most of the insulation done today, all but the very front piece and a little strip under the door, and I'm going to leave those out until I get the spars in. And here's a picture showing the spars, but they're not glued in or anything. They're just sitting in there. I'm trying to leave it where I don't have to go crawling in and out the door to do anything on the inside, so I'm leaving the spars off, and also I can pull that bulkhead out and just walk through from front to back without bumping my head on anything. Another thing I did is, if you look close in this picture, right in the middle, you can see a black eye bolt that I put in my little dolly system here, and I put one on both ends. You can see there's one on this back end too, and that way I can hook an old dog leash to that and just pull this thing out of the garage, and then when I'm ready to pull it back in, I just connect it to the other end and pull it back in. So it works out really nice where it's a little easy to move around. I'd like to thank the folks at Columbia Forest Products for providing me with this Pure Bond plywood for this project. And if you've got anything out of this video, please consider leaving a thumbs up. And if you'd like to follow along with this project, make sure you subscribe and hit the little notification bell so you'll get a notification every time I upload a new video. And until the next one, thank you very much for watching.